Good
Weird.
morning, Deeds.
Hold on a sec.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. No, yeah. Fuck Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I'm gonna have my phone on me or watch.
Is
How's
that
everything
what
going
day?
this morning? Yes.
Uh, Literally just started. It's 5:32. Yeah, man, it's just getting started.
Nice.
I'm staying up north, a couple miles north of Flagstaff. I think I'm in
Hmm.
a town called Bloomington. I don't even know where the hell I am. Um,
You're
yeah, it's
there.
a
That's
couple.
where you are.
Yeah, right there. It's a couple miles north of Flagstaff in this really beautiful RV park.
Nice.
I don't know. When you think of RV park, you probably think of like an RV park, whatever. But this one has all the amenities. It's got pools, big old bar, big old glass, like seating area. I
Cool.
called them ahead of time and I was like, "Hey, can I do your windows?" And the lady, they don't know what the fuck's going on here. But the
Talk
lady
to
was like,
Tracy.
"Yeah, right." The lady was like, "We have somebody that comes." And the second I come up here, their windows are thrashed. The
Mm,
windows inside my little apartment, because we're not staying in an RV. We're staying in like a little
a
casita
condo.
or something. Yeah, it's
Cool.
little whatever. But of course, being a window washer, the first thing I look at are windows, and it drives me nuts to look out and see dirty windows when you're spending two and some change a night.
Yes.
Um,
That's very
so
aggravating.
whatever, it is what it is. We'll get through it. I'm actually headed back down the mountain today, and it's going to be 118 degrees. And like right now, I had to go right before I logged in with you. I had to go back downstairs and put on sweatpants.
Ah,
So
that's right. Bipolar
the
temperatures. Good morning, Damien. Checking in.
what up, dog? Morning, D. Yeah. So the temperature going, it's 92 in Phoenix right now, and it's probably
Damn.
I don't know 60 something right now. It's cold enough for me to put on sweatpants. That's what I know.
That's it.
Not
Once the
saying.
sun goes down, the heat just rises up and woo woo woo, it's gone out of the
Yeah, it's
atmosphere.
59 degrees right now at the high of 87. And I'll go down the hill 2 hours and it's going to be 92 right now in
Hmm.
Phoenix when you wake up, and it's 118 today.
Damn.
So why am I fucking going home? I don't
That's too
know.
hot. That's too hot.
Too hot, too hot, too hot to
That's
live.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't mess with that heat. That sucks. That's crazy. I mean, obviously you got to be careful on the caffeine in the mornings because it's just going to help you piss out all your water and get dehydrated. That's a new kind of crazy. We're like 94, 96, and that's not bad. Once it starts getting to 99, 102, it sucks just because of the humidity. It's hard to deal with sometimes. Damien says there's a heat wave in Colorado today. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
heat wave everywhere. It was like normal. It was like 96 degrees in Nashville Monday when we were driving, or Sunday when we were driving through it, and it was like hotter in Nashville than Houston. So it's getting crazy out there. You got weather. New Mexico, I guess, had a major flood last night, yesterday.
I didn't hear
Like,
about that.
yeah, well, it was shared on Twitter, so of course it's got to be true. But town in New Mexico had record flooding, and it like I saw a house being lifted off foundation going down like a major river flow, and that wasn't supposedly Texas. That was New Mexico. So we've got a lot of weather going on. As
Yeah.
long as it stays
Hey,
out of Houston, we're good.
good morning, Mark Tanner. I hope you're doing well.
Good morning.
I hope everybody's doing well. We're just complaining. I was just complaining about how I had to put on warm clothes. That's actually
Yeah,
a good thing.
in the summer,
Definitely. Yeah, and it's summer.
in the heat of
Uh,
the sun, a man died from cold. Pray for that.
yeah, not today.
Yeah.
Not today. I did line up some work for tomorrow for when I get home. We have one, two, three little houses that we do on the regular.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah.
we have, what are we doing? Friday, I'm going to go over to my aunt's house and visit her. She lives up in Northeast Scottsdale. Go
Mm.
take care of that. Um, so it's going to be, good couple of days.
Nice.
How's your week unfolded?
Week is unfolded like a 52 pickup, and it just goes. I
You
made a
want to
big
share about
life.
that?
Yeah, I made a big life change, if you will, last week or so. My wife and I were driving up to New York, and we got into an argument. Right, the kids are back then in the back seat. I'm yelling. I'm getting aggravated, stressed out. Been behind the wheel for a while, so she's getting on my nerves, I'm getting on hers, and we argued about finances and stuff like that. So I kind of abruptly quit my desk job because I wanted to go full in on Mr. Deeds. So I'm not dispatching anymore, sitting behind a desk. I'm now Mr. Deedsing it. So I'm going back to full time washing. Uh, Kind of just did, feel like a dick. My wife's super pissed that I just quit up and quit that job, but I know that I gotta wash. That's what I'm here to do. And sitting behind a desk isn't good health wise because I'm always sitting down. I'd like to be on my feet all day. It's kind of soul sucking, if you will. So I'm going back to washing windows, power washing, gutters, Christmas lights, all that, doing that full time now. So yeah, I was really worried because I only had one or two jobs lined up this week, and I was pretty scared that I was going to f it all up by not getting a paycheck this week, working. But so I said, dear God, send me some work this week. And yesterday morning, after I did my walk, I got a phone call from a guy I did a walk around for a month or two ago, and he said, yeah, my wife and we're definitely going to move ahead on selling. So go ahead and send that estimate to us, and you said around this much. Yeah, that sounds good to us. Go ahead and just come on over. I was like, really? I'm free today at like 9, 10 o'clock. I can come over. Yeah, let's get it started. So yesterday, sent out the estimate, got it approved, and went and did a house wash, driveway, and a pool deck patio cleaning, and found out that he had screens that were taken off from the inside. So I couldn't do his windows yesterday. So he's scheduled for Tuesday. But long story short, is that I was really worried how I was going to, you know, get back into full time this week and try to sell jobs, and it went full through. Guy called, scheduled a job, so God was on my side, so that was really nice. So this morning I've got two jobs. I've got a window cleaning in a driveway, and then I'm zipping over and doing window cleaning and a gutter cleaning on the other side of town. So wife has a doctor appointment today at 9, or dentist. So I'm kind of hanging out, just loading the truck this morning. You can see my stuff out, and then going to work, and coming back, and then going back out to work. So getting to work full time again is nice. I just got to keep my fingers crossed that the phone can keep ringing, clients keep coming in. So I'm going to be doing a couple fiber rounds. Are going to be really important this week to make sure that customer A, B, C, D, and E who saw me working has my information and a $20 coupon type deal. So
Yeah,
that's how it's
so
been.
that's Deez, I know that you and I have personally been talking about this, obviously. And I've talked to you about my faith before. Um, and I've shared it a little bit in the show from time to time. And my first response to you is God is good. And
Yes.
that kind of falls back on my faith, and I'm glad that it's working out for you. And I'll tell you a little story too. I used to super stress about a lot of this stuff, and just about a lot of things that I couldn't control or whatever. But one of the things that I never would do was pray about finances, right? Because I felt that
Mhm.
was like kind of like I didn't feel like it was right. But
Right.
I was speaking with the mentor of mine, a friend of mine, and he was letting me know that, like, hey, this is not about it's not necessarily about the money part. You're not asking to get rich. You're asking to get taken care of and to provide for your family, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
God's not going to judge you on like you being like you trying to be a weasel. You know what I mean? It's like
Hmm.
you're trying to put up the effort and do the right things. Morning, Magdos.
Good morning,
Uh,
John.
and so like that's a good thing, right?
Hmm.
Like, so I put so much faith in God, in my faith, that, and I know that things are going to work out. Sometimes it may not work out on my timing, and I
Sure.
might have to fight through a little bit of struggles or whatever. But the cool thing is that that you're doing it, and what you wouldn't know if you weren't trying. And right now
Right.
you're trying, and and the more that your truck is out on the road too, the more that you're gonna get seen. It's just
Correct.
like it's it's like the perfect storm ready to happen for you, buddy.
Thank
And
you. Yeah.
I know that Kylie's probably a little stressed, and I know in the beginning it can be stressful, but it's the
Sure.
same thing that we're telling every single other person that pops on these videos, or in our chat rooms and whatever. It's like until you fully envelop yourself in it and trust in yourself, and for you, and for this show circumstance, for what
Sure.
we talk about,
Hmm.
put your faith in something bigger than yourself.
Hmm.
It's gonna work out. you're a good dude. Like you
Cool.
provide
Thank
a
you.
good service, like, and you're doing the right thing. So I'm really excited for you. I understand the stress that can go along with it.
Sure.
And I understand too, like the family thing. Like it's tough. I know,
Yeah.
and I know that you want to provide for Kylie too, and that she wants to do her business and kids and income and fucking I just all of it, right?
Hmm. Yes.
It's just like one of those stressors that sometimes if we can take one of those stressors out of it, out of the equation, you've got the health thing too. And it's like, look, if we can remove a couple of those things, substitute them with some quality stuff going,
Hmm.
it's just going to keep getting better and better. And I'm excited for you and everything, Deeds.
Me
I
too.
I
Thank you.
love you, brother. I know the struggles internally that you've been going through, and you keep you put it out there for everybody else, and I know that this is now your fucking time. So I'm excited for
Thanks.
you.
Thank you. And
I
that's the cool part is, I was
I'm
nervous
excited.
yesterday. I was nervous yesterday. I just said, God, send me some work. And the phone rang. It was the dude wanted the full service package. And I was like, shit, yeah, because I have jobs lined up today, I think another Friday, no, Thursday. But it was just really cool that it worked out. And the guys, blessings, so to speak. So I asked
Yeah,
it out there and he will provide. I have total faith that everything's going to be fine and I'm going to get the jobs. It's just a matter of got to get those jobs. So stuff is pouring in. And you're right about the truck being out there. When I was dispatching, the truck was parked in the driveway in a cul-de-sac. The only person that saw it was my neighbors and the mail lady. So yeah, as it's out and about, or I'm at a job site and it's out in the front yard, and I'm doing 5 rounds, or have my screen cleaner and stuff, my gear skins out in the yard, so people can see that I'm professional. It'll go a long way. So I'm optimistic about how everything's going to turn out because it's not my pricing that sucks. It's just my inflow leads. I need to actually start marketing, getting the word out there, and using my Facebook and Instagram a little bit harder. Post some videos
yeah,
out there because I've been super lazy about content whatsoever. Like I kind of fell off. I don't even do the before and afters with my logo as much anymore at all because kind of my wife takes care of that, and I wasn't bothering her with it. So I'm going to spend some time this week with my phone and figure out how I can move the image around and create content, if you will. So getting
yeah.
busy
I'm
with work should be fun.
that content stuff too, and we've talked about that last week as well. Um, Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you feel like you get stale. You want to do something new. You want to do something different. If you've been doing the same thing over and over again, um, maybe it is time to change it up a little bit.
Sure.
And I know I'm talking about for me. I'm not saying
Hmm. Okay.
you, Mark Deeds, Klodzinski. I'm saying me. Like I get that same thing too. It's like, okay, well, I'm getting bored with this, or I've done this same shot or this same thing 1,000 times. Maybe mix it up a little bit, give it
Sure.
something different. Another thing for me too is I'm realizing that I'm not even necessarily posting to my demographic half the time. Like I don't run ads. Like
Hmm.
I put it on Facebook or I throw it in a neighborhood. I know. I guess I have a target. I guess
Sure.
I know you're brighter than I am when it comes to this kind of stuff. You pay more attention to it, but it's like
Sure.
wherever you're placing the videos or whatever the ads or whatnot, it's find your target before you throw it. I guess you know what I mean. Like
Hmm.
sometimes I just post it just to post it, and it's like, why did I even fucking do that? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
did I even leave a phone number or my business or anything like that? Like, what am I doing here? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what's the purpose? Just to create content, like I guess. But
I've already done the before and after video of me fanning a window. I've done the whole time lapse pressure washing a driveway, hanging curse. I mean, but the thing is consistency and content. So it really doesn't matter that I don't like doing it, but it's my business profile and stuff published as busy, busy, job,
yeah,
job, job. People go, hey, he's fucking busy. He doesn't suck, or try to lowball you or whatever. Just
yeah,
on next door, I'm seeing in the last week, like in the last month, like two guys pop up in the area who provide window cleaning and stuff. I'm like, damn. And he had a nice, zero pure and the uh, basic 30 pole. It's like, damn, that it's happening. People are buying all over the place. So the kid invested, you know, $3,000 in his business, and so he's going to do some pure water window cleaning. So I mean, I'm not even complaining. It's just like people are getting the idea of starting a business. So the one thing I always, that I get guys calling every spring like, "Hey, are you hiring?" I'm sorry, buddy, I'm a one man band. But
Yeah.
my advice would be market. You know, people jump into window cleaning, pressure washing, and they buy all the equipment. They think I'm going to make $500 a day. Well, you're not going to if you're not putting out yard signs
If you're not
or door
constantly
hangers.
knocking on doors and talking to
Yeah,
people and telling every single person that knows you or that sees you what you
yeah.
do.
Then
Uh,
you're just winking at the dark at a girl in a subway, and she can't see you winking at her. You know, you got
yeah,
to turn the lights on.
can I tell you about something that just popped up into my mind
Sure. Yeah, go
yesterday?
ahead.
You're talking about that, you know, because I post a lot of videos, some people may think too that I have a shit ton of work. And I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. It's not like I'm washing windows 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. That's just not me anymore.
Sure.
I don't that's not what I do. Um we shoot for a couple houses a day, and in the summertime, bro, we probably only have 4 or 5 houses a week some weeks, dude, and that's 100% honest. I've never tried to come out and say that I'm like King Kong Ding Dong when it comes to window washing, or I make a shit ton of money. That's not Jason Gulick, right?
Sure. Yeah.
I've always been like, hey, I'm a residential window cleaner that likes what he does and has a lot of fun, and I do okay.
Mhm.
Um, I have a personal friend of mine, reached out to me yesterday, and he's like, hey man, I really need some work. Can you help me? And I'm like, I right now I just can't. Like normally I um try to plug people in any way I can, or give them a hook, or point them in a direction. And dude came at me a little sideways, and and I was just like, and basically said, did somebody give you a second chance? And I was like, I was taken aback a little bit, and I'm like, yeah
Mhm.
man, somebody gave me a second chance, but I stopped like it was gonna go back to kind of like a God thing. Like I stopped drinking and my life took a different change. And then I
Sure.
kept bettering myself, and the only person that took a chance was actually me. Like I was the one out fucking beating feet. I was the
Yeah.
one on the street. I was the
Betting
one
on
banging
yourself.
doors.
Yeah.
And everybody else was telling me, "Yo, Jason's not going to fucking make it. This is the 15th time he's tried to stop drinking." Like, and for him to approach me that way, I really was like, I don't know if he meant to, but I was fucking blown away. And
Sure.
and I still want to help the guy, but I can't help him in that manner. I want to be a positive, um, you know, let him know how he can maybe. I don't know, man. I'll keep an ear to the ground, but I was just surprised because I am here to help not only him but anyone I can. But like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not like a super. We're not like I'm not breaking window cleaning income records. We're
Gotcha.
uh, we're a small residential window cleaning business, and that's what I've always been. And
Sure. Well, thanks
when
for
I'm
your
able to,
honesty.
well, I mean,
I mean, we're all kind of like that anyway. We're not all, we're not 5 weeks out, booked out. That's kind of crap. We you just get the calls as you feel them and you get to work.
in the early days, I was 2 weeks out, almost on the regular, right? And
Hmm.
as times progressed, I realized how much I didn't like that, how much I was stressing.
Hmm.
My life has changed a little bit too, so I'm excited where in the direction with which I'm going, and there's opportunities out there that we don't even know about. You know what I mean? Like so many times in so many ways, there's things behind the scenes that are going on that we don't have the slightest idea. And
Yes. Yeah.
that's kind of like that God again, that God thing too. It's like he's got a plan for me, and I'm just kind of riding that wave.
Hmm.
Um, and I hope to be busy at a point to where I can bring on other people. Um, um, Another guy too that I wish I could help, and I want to work with more is Magdos. It's not him that I'm speaking of, by the way. Um, John, uh, I love you, brother. Um, but like, I wish I could like create a special forces unit of fucking awesome window washers in Phoenix and just be like, here you go, guys. Like, just not that. It's just
Well,
not that how it's popping right now. But
they say how to do that is to create the funnel. You know, you got to do yard signs. You got to get people calling a number. I mean, it's just basic math.
Yeah.
The phone's got to ring 5 times more to try to land 2 times more jobs and stuff like that. So
I'm
I've
not I'm
been
not here for that headache anymore though.
well, that's my point is I've never been
Yeah.
about super advertising and marketing to customers because I like the trickle that just came in and kept me going. I, like you, I hate to be booked out weeks in advance, although money is great.
Yeah.
It's also stressful. If you get 3 days of rain and 3 people are moved, you got to reschedule them, and it's just a headache.
Yeah.
For the past 2 years, I've been working part full time at a desk. So now I'm back in the generating calls mode. So I'm going to be definitely going to be hitting up, getting some new yard signs and some other print material with WCR because I need to advertise hard. Because I hate spending money on Facebook ads or Google because I was burned when I first started. You know, how the hell did I burn through like $300 in a weekend? And then all I got were how much you charge. You do for 99 like the crap sales leads. So I realize I'm not good at that, and you know I think yourself and others have dumped thousands of dollars into these marketing groups, and it just sucked it dry. You know, they'll just bleed your account. So that's what I'm gonna do my own guerrilla advertising. So yard signs, shit ton of door hangers, and then because if you've got a lot of time on your hands and not a lot of money, spend your time to make money. So I'm gonna
Yes.
get all that stuff
I
going.
did that for years, and I feel like that was really, really, really what truly helped build my stuff. And again, 5 years, 6 years ago, um, when I was restarting, and starting it fresh, there weren't 30 businesses out there. There wasn't one big in Phoenix. There wasn't one big residential window cleaning company with 7 trucks. There wasn't 26 other guys out there. There weren't, you know what I mean?
Yep,
There was about 5 of us.
bigger fish
Um,
in a small pond. No, it's
yeah, and there was new neighborhoods being established and construction clean. Like you just go bang on a house. You literally, it's like the 5 point thing that you said. What up, Squeegee Tom? My homie. There
good
there
morning.
was there was there was like a sense of urgency to a point in certain neighborhoods when I went in. It was almost
Mhm.
like the Joneses wanted to keep up with the Smiths. So they'd
Yes.
see you out there and they're like, oh, and they'd be happy to spend whatever or more than the
Mhm.
Smiths were paying. So times have changed. I mean, you know, and uh yeah, man. I
Well,
think
that's
it's better safe than sorry to make sure that you're happy as a individual.
mhm.
And once you realize that, then it's easier to kind of establish how you want your business to go, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in my case, I've been sick for like a year and a half, 2 years, not knowing what's going on. And I've been healthy the last month or two. So it's also a realization on, hey, I'm not dying anymore. Or, hey, maybe I've got to pick up the pieces and,
You
and,
there?
and run. You know, I've, for the last year and a half, been really lazy on a lot of
Hold on.
things.
Deej, you're
Like
breaking up.
wake up, get feet in the ground, uh, 100% and 50-50. So, more Frank,
Yeah, morning, Frank. Hey,
hold on.
you're totally
Internet
on my end.
unstable.
I'm not sure if you're
Hmm.
breaking up or what the deal is.
Kids
So,
probably woke up in this.
yeah, you're frozen. Frozen deeds. Frozen deeds. There he is.
Yes, I'm still here. You there?
Woo woo.
Can you hear me?
There he is.
Yep.
So
Sorry. Go
I
ahead.
missed all of what you just had to say.
Yeah,
You totally
I had to
broke up.
run. Yeah, my wife was making pancakes and the microwave was on. So go figure. When the microwave hits, the Wi-Fi can't go through the microwave and hit the garage. So got
Word.
that squared away. Weird.
So we got
But
um we got Squeegee Tom on, we got Frank Rave on, we got John Magdos on. Um
cool.
if you wanted to recap any of that or
Oh, yeah, sorry. Just basically got to put both feet on the ground and get serious and get busy. So, could be reaching out to ex customers, past customers, And one of the big things I'm going to start doing, obviously, is thanking the customer for the business and asking
Yeah.
for that referral. If your neighbor across the street, if you hang out with them, let them know Deeds didn't suck. Go ahead and fill out a 5-star Google review after the service. Asking for that kind of stuff. Google
How bad
reviews
is
are
that
important.
train sound?
Not that bad at all. I can barely hear it, but it's there.
Okay.
It's cool though.
Um. So yeah, that goes off. It's like my cousin Vinny in the train. It's been going off like that forever. But yeah, it's a good thing too. And I found too, excuse me, that especially when I started to, and when I'm out in the field, if I can get myself present in front of somebody physically, eye to eye, make
Yes.
that handshake contact,
Hmm.
that's worth its weight in gold.
You're 100% right. Getting in
So
front and explaining your services helps sell.
I really feel that that's a very positive way to drum up business. And regardless of that, people will remember you because you took the time to do that. Even if
Hmm.
they're fucking pissy that you had to that you rang their doorbell or whatever, and you
Hmm.
pitch your pitch strong, they'll remember that too. Because I know when people come to my door and they're fucking weak, I'm like, get out of here with
Weak
that
ass.
nonsense.
Take your
Yeah,
clipboard and get
if
on my
somebody
face.
somebody's got some game, I'll sit and listen to their pitch. Likely not going to take their service, but because I have a
I
guy for everything. But
AT&T dropped wire cable lines in our neighborhood, so they had the nerd with the clipboard, and he was high pressure sales. Hey, you want to go from this speed to your internet speed? I'm like, yeah, I do, but how much is the cost? I said, I'm paying this, and you're saying it's this. So I said, I still want to pay this. So long story short, is I was able to haggle with the guy and keep the same rate I had for like twice the fast speed. But yeah, I really hate door knockers. That's not my thing. Just because I know that's like the one door knocker that got through and won. But yeah, I hate when people are interrupting dinner and knocking and stuff. So that's why I do like door hangers because you can just like write the price, leave it, and walk away. They can tear it. And you've seen the houses that have the front door with like 38-yard landscaper tags and roofing companies. Like, man,
yeah,
they really hate printed material. So some houses won't even accept it.
yep. Hey,
Hmm.
earlier on Monday we had that little field trip episode. You were out on the road. I was at
Yes.
Starbucks.
Hmm.
Carl was telling me I missed a spot. A crazy old bastard.
Yes,
Um,
Carl.
so we were talking about going back to the huge, and about people putting their names in the comments if they'd like to go, but they're trying to save a buck and maybe getting a roommate or something like that.
Yes.
Um, Frank, if you're still on there, are you still thinking about going, buddy? Let me know, and let's start that chain. Let's start that thread of trying to get people some roommates or figure out if they want to go. Keep us posted because we definitely want to help people make sure that they get their asses there. It's a big
Yeah.
time fun event. It's a great time to get to know one another, um, as opposed to just virtually. I mean, we're trying to do a little more of that here within the community of the Goo and Deed show by getting people up and talking and whatnot. But face to face is another great way to do it. And
Yep.
I'm not sure there's a better place to do it than the huge. It will be the last year in Nashville. So if you're hoping to get to Nashville for anything, might as well do it for a business trip, right?
Yep. Tax write off.
There you
But
go.
yeah, the huge is a good time. I was looking at my tags yesterday. I've got a couple over there. The 2022, I think it was the one in Atlanta was fun, and then the past Nashville have been great. If you haven't been there, just meeting the window cleaners and talking to somebody, even out of your market, out of your industry, you can get nuggets of knowledge. So get yourself some tickets through Craig's link. I think we'll have it here. It's supporting the window cleaning museum. And then if you're looking for the roommate, get with us. Drop a comment. Frank Rave is he wants to go this year, looking for somebody.
Yeah, and Frank, if you're still online and you're listening or whatever, dude, I think if you're available on Friday, I'd like to talk to you. Maybe get you to pop in on the show with Deeds and I. Say what up. I'd love to discuss what your last trip to the huge was like. Um, I was there. I watched it. I lived it. You and I have had a great friendship over the last couple years, and I consider you a friend, bud. And I'd love to have you on the show. So, if you're free Friday after work, I'd love to have you on. It would be fun. We'll get a little sit down. It would be probably I think what 2:30, 3:30 something your time. 5:30 a.m. my time. So you'll be all nice and
Ooh,
ready to go, and I'll be just waking up with a hair full of bedhead. So let's get it popping. He sent me a text, just a personal note. This is hilarious. He sent me a text on Sunday morning, I want to say Saturday or Sunday morning, and I see the text. I start to text him. I send the text, and then I'm like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna call his ass." Frank looks like so perfectly put together when I called him on FaceTime, dude. It
mm-hmm.
was hilarious, and I'm like, "Damn, bro, what are you doing?" Like, dude looked all GQ and shit, and I'm just like, literally no shirt on, bedhead, like. We had a good conversation. And he's just telling me, I want to go, dude, this and that, and um, I'm glad and excited that he's considering going because he did help provide a lot of entertainment and
Yeah, he's larger
brotherhood.
than life. He's a cool character.
He brings people together, and I'm here for that. Frank is a unique individual, and I love that dude. And I'm excited to hopefully see him again in just 41 days, 40 days, something like that.
It's coming up real quick.
So yeah, let's
Cool.
do it, and let's unite people and bring them all together. And like I said, if you do need a room and you want to try and shack up with somebody, um, put it in the
Comment
box
down
and,
below. Yeah.
and yeah, leave a comment. So
Well, my wife just gave me the 30-second warning, so I gotta let her get out to her dentist appointment. Remember to
we
change
need
your
to
rubbers today. Go
hey,
ahead.
get her on as a producer. Maybe she can help get this show more organized.
I'm gonna let it simmer for a
She's
while.
already
But
yeah, let that one stew.
yeah. But
I
yeah,
love
thanks for
you.
watching, guys.
Change your
Yeah.
rubbers. I hope your passion bucket's full, and if it's not, do something right to help
You
make it
too,
overflowing.
Jason. Love you,
Deeds,
man.
I love you, brother. Thanks, WCR, and
And
thanks, Zero.
thank you guys
Have a great day, everybody.
for watching.